Hello and welcome to the Creator's Garden. I am called Harpy, and today we're going to be doing some experimental art. So, a while back in YouTube Shorts, I keep seeing art being recommended to me from, I think, an artist from Instagram called Leo Mortem, and some of the art pieces seemed very interesting, so I thought I'd take some inspiration from those and just kind of take my own spin on it. And I'll explain a little bit what my thought process is when I get started, but yeah, without further ado, we'll go ahead and move on to the main camera. Oh. We had a vote for the maid cafe, but we also have a vote for board princess. Ooh. Well, I'll go ahead and switch to maid cafe first. And then we can do board princess later. There we go. So, the one that I've seen was the one where, you know, the art piece kind of folds up like this and can open up to other things. And the way that I saw it, it looked very much similar to like how one would make, you know, like those paper snowflakes. So I thought, no, that's simple enough. I could try that. As for how I plan on decorating this one, I decorated my table a little bit with some origami pieces I made in the past, but anyways, I thought I would theme the insides at least, based on the 4 hosts of the Snapdragon Club. And for those who don't know, the Snapdragon Club series is my own original webcomic. And hello, Alpha. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. I know Alpha actually just recently started doing some Persona 3 related art with his own OCs, I believe. So, if you're in the market to watch another artist on Twitch, go check him out later. But yeah. So, I'll just lay this out really quick. And also, I have this upside down. I meant for it to be this way. So how I'm gonna lay this out. Okay, where is he? Right here. So these are the 4 hosts of the Snapdragon Club. And basically, I'm gonna theme each of these sections to like either their color palette or things that they're interested in or things that I think like would represent their characters a little bit. But yeah, so up here we have Piro, this is Vakshi, this is Mac, and this is Akasi. And they are all very handsome boys. You doing okay? Did some sketching earlier and taking the rest of the day to unwind? Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Glad to hear it. But yeah, you've been doing a lot, so yeah. Please take the time and to take care of yourself and relax. And I think what I'm gonna do is, I think Vakshi might be the easiest to start with. It'll be lots of, I think, yellows, browns, perhaps in the background, with maybe some spatterings of pink in there. So yeah. And this is going to be sort of a almost freeform type of art project where I'm just looking to let the juices flow, you know? Because I have been slowly working on the latest installment of the Snapdragon Club series, which is The Actress's Tale. It has reached a very interesting part of the story, in that it's requiring art that I don't usually draw a whole lot of. But that's also kind of the entire reason why I started that particular tale in the first place. Because generally speaking, the Snapdragon Club is a fantasy. Oh. Hello, Kana. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Thank you for the headpats. And of course, we had the fishing minigame. And we have a 3-way tie right now, goodness. Okay, well after headpats I think I will switch to Borb form and then I'll see what the other pick was. But yeah, generally speaking, the Snapdragon Club webcomic series is a fantasy. Like, you've got monsters, you've got fae, you've got dragons. But there are also places where other genres can exist, and in the case of The Actress's Tale, we're getting into a little bit of the survival horror territory, where at least some tropes that you may find in like survival horror game stories may be found there. Also been trying to think of how I could better improve the stories as well. Because while there are some aspects of these stories that I am still proud of, I am also finding that with time, I'm finding things that I could improve upon. For instance, the very first tale that I've done for the Snapdragon Club, which is the grand opening, it is very lore dumpy, I will admit that. But that is because at the time, I was still uncertain of, like, which characters would be mainstays or how far I would even get. Like, would I even have the energy to actually go through and develop some of these characters, or are they just going to be like cameos? Because I had a whole slew of characters that I thought were great, they had great designs, and, you know, wanted Just wanted to mess around and see what they would do in this new world that I put them in. But I have since found out that that amount of wishy-washiness does not bode well for telling a great story. And I think that's also a theme overall that I'm trying to work on. Is just trying to pick something and sticking to my guns about it. Because I feel when I do stick to my guns, then I will be able to tell a more, I don't want to say cohesive, but definitely, like, keeping it to a point. Like, sticking on brand and on theme to a few things and just trying to be good at those few things. I guess I can give a quick rundown about Vakshi since we are working on his part of this little collage, I suppose. Can't quite think of a better term at the moment, but anyways. So in the Snapdragon Club series, Vakshi is captain of the Bee Guard. He's not the only captain, but he is a captain. And that means that he is in charge of his own squadron. And basically, the Bee Guard acts as the law enforcement of the city of St. Flora. Because basically it is their hive that is in charge of being the governing body of the city. While he is a competent fighter, he is also very passionate about cooking and, baking. So that's why he takes up a job at the Snapdragon Club as the cook. A small extra bit of trivia about Bakshi is that he is trans because technically, biologically, he was born a worker but chooses to go by he, him pronouns. Which causes a little bit of confusion amongst his squad or anyone he interacts with from the hive. But generally speaking, he's been on all right terms with everyone from the hive. It's like they're confused, but they're willing to, play along. Well, not play along, I should say, but being willing to be respectful. That's what I mean to say. I apologize, I'm not running on full cylinders this morning. But yeah, that being said, Bakshi has had no issue with being referred to by his preferred pronouns, like, outside of the hive. He just comes into work and he's just Bakshi. Maybe the cupcakes are this color. Oh yeah, we're just going pretty simple. Nothing too big. like sticking with the more desaturated colors usually, just because I like a little lighter, easier on the eyes. It's a little messy, but that's okay. I'm not sure how much more I want to add to this, but I can always go back and add more later. I think I want to work on accuracy next. And, well, Bakshi is a bee folk. Accuracy is a snake folk, or a naga. Basically, Akazi comes from the forest, but he decided to go find work in the city just to broaden his horizons a bit. But snake folk don't usually come out to the city, so he got some pretty concerned looks. Goodness. But Piro was willing to let him work at the club as a janitor, so that's what he does. And he's got a whole system where he basically stays up in the rafters because his tail's so long. So it's he just stays up there and then comes down to the spot that he actually wants to go to when he needs to do stuff down there. It's he has his own little bungee cord or something. Let's see. Could just stick with greens. There's one thing that I did like about coming up with the designs for the hosts of the Snapdragon Club is that I tried my best to keep them color-coded. So that way it is very easy to tell from a glance who's who or what's supposed to be representative of who, usually. greens that I would like. And hello, repairman. Welcome, welcome. Glad you can make it. Hope you're doing well. Yeah. We're just doing a little, like, easygoing collage type thing based off some artwork that I saw on YouTube Shorts. I'm not sure how well this will go considering this paper is very thin, because I kind of did want to decorate the back of these as well with stuff, but we'll see which of my art supplies works together on this. Okay, we got a 50% vote for Board Princess, so Board Princess it is. I am Borb. Neat though. Worst comes to worst, maybe a second paper? Perhaps. But I also have a second design that I'm looking to work on later, so yeah. I'm sure we'll get to that eventually during the stream. Either way, this is a good little test run just to see what works and what doesn't. And actually, I think I will do a quick little test. Since Vex has a stinger, I can just do this in the back. Because what I did for the trading cards is that I've used this particular brush pen on the backs, so that way, like, the backs can at least be something different and not just a mirror image of whatever colors were in front. And I do have white gel pens, so I can also use those. And I also have like a silvery brush pen that also goes on top of this. But I'm hoping that if this doesn't leak all the way through, then I can just use this to cover the entirety of the backing of this. But we'll see. Oh, would you look at that? Okay, so this might work. So as you can see, it looks normal in the front, and then on the back has the dark brush pen. Okay, so it is gonna work. It is gonna work. Let's see, this is this color, and this bottom quadrant is going to be based off of Akashi. So what I'm thinking, maybe the things on top should be darker colored, and then the background can be light colors. Because the thing about Akashi is that even though he's a big buff snake, he is a good guy. Also, I think I need to refill the screen. You'd think with paper as thin as this that it wouldn't even need that much ink to coverage to begin with, but it is not covering or seeping through as much as I thought it would. And then I do have some refills, so we can tend to that. Little trivia about Akasi. He is the second youngest amongst 3 other sisters. So and his mother is the chief of his tribe. You caught a tiny crab. Cute. Okay, I need to go find some of my greens. That's the bud green. The vivid green, which I need. This one? It might be. Sometimes the tags on my inks fall off, so I'm hoping this is the correct one. Let's see. That's the horseradish. Oh, you caught a goose? Goodness, you're just catching everything today. Ooh, 2,000 fish, yay! Our master angler in the stream right now. I know in the fishing minigame we've been collecting all those coins. I'm hoping to like save up for one of the items in the shop. But yeah, it can only happen if anyone in chat feels like fishing. How is this pond not empty? A pondlets. Oh, Repairman caught the goose. Ah. Well done, Repairman. Okay. Let me just double check. Horseradish is this one. So this seems to be the correct one. Let me just go ahead and double check. Yep, that is the correct color. Okay. Which means I can go ahead and just do a quick refill. That one. You're catching all the crabs. Ah, you found the goose emoji. I love watching you feed the markers. I mean, it is kind of satisfying. I mean, I know I find it satisfying when I get to refill the markers. It's like, ah, yes, finally. But at the same time, there are moments where it's like, they accidentally get messy and it's like, ah, no, I have ink all over now. Thinking for this background that I just kind of attempt a quilted type look, at least pattern wise, because Akasi just enjoys being cozy. So yeah, lots of soft things like pillows and blankets. perhaps these colors blend a little too well. Or maybe they're in the wrong spots. I was right doing it the other way. Yeah, sometimes I wonder how many of you guys like have the stream going on in the background. Like maybe you're just like listening to the music and listening to me talk while you're like doing chores or getting any sort of work done. Or maybe you're just chilling. Maybe you're drawing along with me. Either way, I know I do the same a lot. sometimes it just helps, you know? Especially if you need to keep the mind busy while you have to do something monotonous. Admittedly, this quadrant is a little bit on the simple side, but Akasi is also a very simple guy, I'll be real. There's not too many thoughts going on in that head of his. Then we can work on Max. So, probably reds and grays. But we'll see how that goes. And I think for this one, I might also do a little bit more line art because I had this sort of idea of giving him like a sort of conspiracy board look for his, because he is a forensics analyst at the St. Flora Detective Agency. On and off for me, work from home. Yeah, that's fair. Stream on full screen while I'm folding laundry. Indeed, keeping me company on my second monitor while I'm building in Pal World. Ah. Yeah, I have noticed you've been playing that. It's been doing good so far. I have another friend who's also been playing Pal World recently. Like, I know the 1.0 just came out like a while back. So I hope that means plenty of new content for you to play around with. Cat's watching you very intently. Well, I am a Borb right now, so should I be alarmed? Should I be alarmed as a Borb that the cat is watching me? Are they pawing at the screen right now? It's all connected. I've connected the two dots. Been playing Splatoon, Raiders, and Pizza Tower. Noise campaign. Ah. You bet, and it's serving as new art inspiration. Awesome. Hanging out on the couch behaving. Need to art again, but can't bring myself to reliably start. Aww. Yeah, I get that. Like, as much progress as I've been making on the Actress's Tale comic, it has been very slow going. Just because now I am getting into the nitty-gritty parts on all the details that I have been putting off for so long that it's like, alright, well, I said I would get to this later, now is later. It's that sort of feeling. But that's why I've been trying to take some time to do, you know, less, I suppose, brain intensive artwork. Just so I can allow things to be for a bit before going back into alright work mode. Speaking of work mode, Mac is also very much a very hard worker. Like, to others it seems like he barely does anything just because whenever anyone walks into him, he's like always just sitting down or eating or, you know, just, he looks like he's lacing about. He looks like he's not doing much. But really, Mac has got so much going on in his head at any given moment. He is very much an analyst for a reason. Because he very much likes to, like, take in situations before acting on anything. And the moment he does, he usually has, like, a lot to unpack. Oh, yeah, pain. Yeah. But yes, in general, I have been trying to take it easy myself. Because even though I would very much like to get things done, sometimes the body just decides, yeah, no, I don't feel like that today. How about we not? How about we just get in the way of everything? But at least I have the Borbs to keep me company. Because workflow is just that, it is a flow. And with flow comes the ebb, you know? I would say I sound like a fortune cookie, but I'll be honest, the fortune cookies that I've been getting recently have been so dull that I highly suspect that they're not even being written by humans anymore. Rainstorm here now is so heavy. Aww. I'd very much like for a rainstorm to be over here in the garden. It would do the flowers some good. But unfortunately, all I can do is just water them myself from the pond. I don't think I actually refilled the bud green, so I'm going to do that. And the vivid green. I forgot what I made the host's canonical ages. They're all adults, of course, but... I have it written somewhere because I made... Once upon a time, I made this entire, character bible that included a whole bunch of characters for the Snapdragon Club series. Some of their lore has changed since then, but that was basically my only attempt to try and keep things all in one place. And then I just end up never looking back at them again. It's like, if it's not relevant, I don't care. Which, in a way, is kind of an interesting mindset, because that's sort of what the reader would think, right? If it's not relevant to the story, you don't care. Usually. Unless you're one of the people who likes to lore dive, in which case, then you care about everything. Okay, that seems like it's enough. Do not want to risk overfilling. Sometimes I'm just a little bit clumsy. Put the cap back on. Come on. This pastel peach might be running out, which is good because I already have another marker of the same name that I can refill. So once this is dried out, either I'm thinking I will just save the nibs and get rid of the barrel, or just save it as another marker that I can put some veiled colors in. But I think honestly, I might just get rid of the barrel because I don't need this many markers. I really don't. guess on the topic of video games, I have been getting back into Monster Hunter Rise and Sunbreak, just because it's one of the easier titles for me to just jump back into and just go through the story and fight all my favorite monsters again. I would try to go back into Constance, but there is an area that I'm kind of stuck at. So, if anyone's playing Constance and wants to give me tips on, like, how to get past certain enemies or whatnot, there's like this sort of like mini enemy rush area in like this sort of library looking place. So if anyone has any tips on that, feel free to let me know. Cause I keep messing up. Thank you for the hydrate. Doesn't quite work with the board princess, but you know what? Let's see if I can look. Here we go. You know what? I'll keep it here. Why not? Borb drinking borbs, is that cannibalism? You've asked this question before. And as I said before, they are novelty pearls. They're not actual borbs. If they were actual borbs, then yes, it would be cannibalism, but... Shush. This marker isn't doing so hot. I'll just put that away for now. Are you sure you're not just a Borba? Oh my goodness. We've established the Borba is jelly, but what about the Borb princess? Are you Borba? Are you Borba? I am a Borb, and also I'm a shapeshifter. Okay, alright. So, if you want to be technical about it, since I am a shapeshifter, if I transformed into a Borba, then yes, then it would be cannibalism. Is it currently cannibalism? No. Oh my goodness. My question is, why are you thinking about that so hard? I have thought about leaving this as is, but then I was like, no, it's too bland, it's too bright. Mac feels like it should be more deeper colors. I think that feels a little more like Mac. So you could be Borba. Yes, I could be Borba. I am not currently Borba, though. I am Borb. In any case, this is looking pretty satisfying so far, right? And then, of course, we'll have Piero at the top for blue. Now, Piero is different because he is not strictly just like an anthrofolk. He is a monster. That is something that gets a little bit touched upon during the grand opening comic, as well as the Actress's Tale a little bit. I'm hoping at some point that when I delve into like a story revolving around the antagonists, that hopefully it clears some things up. But yeah. Go ahead and just get rid of these. Because the great thing about salvaging these nibs is that they're still in decent condition, so I can just use them to replace other nibs. Let's see, of the blues that I have. So I'll probably save this for last because this is a dark, vibrant blue that covers everything. Just get rid of that part. There are plenty of things that I have very little practice in drawing, and one of them is musical instruments. They've got the same problem for me as just about any just static object. It's just props in general. Because then you have to get it right. Otherwise it's not gonna look right. gotta go do things real quick, okay? Goodness. I really do want to get rid of this marker though. It's just one of my least used colors. It doesn't need to take up this much space. Outside of getting rid of this Cobic marker, I really want to get rid of this Ohuhu refill because the bottles are just really hard, which makes it a little bit difficult to get the last drops of ink out. have this done. Welcome back. We have just finished coloring every quadrant. So now it looks all satisfying. Let's go ahead and... There's not really too much detail that really needs close up on, but just to show. Might have messed up a little bit when dealing with Mac because I did Mac's whole conspiracy board while facing in the correct direction, but well, that's not completely true. I also did Piero's kind of upside down. Because like while the top for these two is like correctly top to bottom like that way, these are more like this is supposed to be viewed this way and then this is supposed to be viewed while this is on the side, so you know. Oh well. But yeah, this is what I was talking about when it's all like, you know, now that I flipped it over, it's all spread to the back. But as I have tested out earlier, the black pen works. Nice, beautiful, thank you. Goodness, we are almost at the 2-hour mark already. I might not even be able to get to the other one that I mentioned earlier, because I did intend for this to be a little bit of a shorter stream. Last couple of streams were like almost 3 hours-ish, so they required a break in between. But I'm thinking this could be a shorter stream, and once I'm done designing the backs of these, then we can call it. And it's not just gonna be all just paint it black and it's done. No, like the thing with this thing is that you're supposed to be able to fold it up, so I was thinking like I could try and put down some designs on top of the black. Just some very simple like silhouette type things. And that maybe they'll form like different shapes depending on how you fold it. That's a general idea anyways. And if you're worried about me running out of ink, don't worry. I actually have refills for this pen, so it's gonna be all good. Although this will be a little neat test of just how much coverage this gets actually. I also need to be careful because it could easily mark up the front. And this ink is a little bit on the slow drying side, so that's another thing to be careful of. So I'm mostly correct. I just need to not layer it too badly on this side, and then it won't peek through as much. so it does kind of vaguely show through. But that's okay. Now that the ink is drying, I don't think it's giving as much coverage as I thought it would. Still looks kind of satisfying on camera though. Yeah, just color wise, you just like look at that, it's like, I don't know, maybe I'm too easily amused. But that looks kind of nice. Maybe what I should do really quick is kind of preview what I was thinking about. So these are supposed to fold in, and then like that. So it's basically supposed to like start off like that, and then you open it, and it's all wow. Goodness, I really do feel like a toddler doing that. Just like, flashy colors. Whee! But this is, I think this is starting to look nice. And I think I do like this whole idea of painting the back all dark. context, the amount of ink in this pen was not, like, completely fresh when I started using it for this. Like, I had used it a little bit at least. So the fact that it's doing this much coverage is very interesting. I was not expecting it to cover this much, I'll be honest. Second jelly? Oh, you caught a second jelly? Cool. You're very interesting. No, you're very interesting. Lots of beachy brushstrokes per gallon. That's one way to put it. But that means we are almost done. Maybe I won't even need to change the cartridge. I can if I need to. But I might not need to. Oh yeah. Like on camera it looks, you know, pretty cool actually. I'm over here being like, I can see all the bristle strokes. It's not fully covered. But on camera it looks fine. Just about done. And I think if I can find it, I'm gonna grab that silver marker that I was talking about earlier. I was wondering how I was going to decorate the back, but I think I know what I want to do. And yeah. Came out pretty nicely. The front is still very colorful. You don't really see the splotches from the ink, at least not a whole lot. like that, I think we're all done. So when we open up, well, let me grab it at the appropriate parts first. Make it look all satisfying and stuff. Let's see if I can do this. And then... more or less. So then if we just go from this way. It's just kind of like that. And yeah. So that's about it. I think this was a really fun little project. Just something to get the creative juices flowing and then get something that's kind of pretty. And it's really easy to do. So, you know. Maybe what I need to do is just lift it from the top. Maybe that's just it. Okay. Maybe lift from the top and then hold the bottom. Maybe that's not good. So we'll go like this and then kinda. I don't know. I'm not like the people who make shorts and stuff, and this is why I kind of stopped doing edited videos and started doing more streams, is because I don't know how to make things look all satisfying and, you know, eye-grabbing like that. So I just do streams where I'm just here. It is just me. It is Bored Princess. Just doing art because that is what she loves to do. It's beautiful. Pond full of jellies and crabs today. Goodness. Well, I look forward to seeing that in the VOD. But yeah, with that being said, I think that will be all for today. As I said, I had planned for this to be a shorter stream anyways. And hey, that just means there was no break time today. So, uninterrupted streaming for today. We were just kind of in the zone, weren't we? And hey, we got a cool little thing out of it. And I attempted to do like little doodles of snapdragons, like on the black portions, because it is about the Snapdragon Club. So yeah. I'd like to thank you all for joining me. Whether you're here in chat or watching the VOD later on, I appreciate you very much. And if you're interested in learning more about these 4 hosts of the Snapdragon Club, we do have a webcomic available on Tumblr. The links are in the channel page. Or if you don't feel like reading a whole lot, we do have a playlist on the channel page as well, under the Snapdragon Club series, where it starts off with the slideshow version of the grand opening comic. Then it'll go on into the comic dub versions of The Wanderer's Tale and The Hunter's Tale. So I hope you guys will consider checking it out and letting me know what you think. And of course, if you are interested in seeing more art and want to be notified of when I stream, hope you consider leaving a like, a comment, and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. And if you have already, thank you very much. And if you're feeling super duper generous, we do have the Ko-fi link right up there, where you can buy me a boba, you can become a visitor of Sanctus, and get a borb attributed to your name, which shows up at the beginning of every stream. And as I'd shown earlier, we have stickers that are available in the Ko-fi shop. You can get the hosts of the Snapdragon Club, or you could also get some Harpy stickers, either in various art outfits or even the board form. And if you are, if you do become a Ko-fi supporter, I believe at some point you'll have access to the posts that I put up there, which currently you'll get to see the Actress's Tale pages in advance before I put them up on Tumblr. Because the Actress's Tale pages are ongoing, but people who support and donate get to see them before they are on Tumblr. Stickers, all hail stickers. Thank you for the endorsement, Kana. But yeah, I think that'll be all for today. And I look forward to seeing you guys again next stream. See you then. Bye.